hate that. I didn't like that.
It's fine.
Hey guys, it's Katie. I've been nominated by Emma to do another cooking demo. Here we are. I'm doing a cooking video with the assistance of my YouTube star husband. So what I'm going to make today is a pork verde tacos that are very healthy and also very economical. It's actually a recipe I discovered through doing Fit for Mom Body Back after I had Charlie. So everything in the recipe is very fresh and clean and healthy and easy. So I'm going to get started. I went to the store today. I went to Trader Joe's, sorry Jackie, and I got just a pork tenderloin. It's super cheap. It was less than $6 for this whole thing that will feed your whole family. And all I do really is put it in a crock pot with a bottle of salsa verde. It's great for the kids. It's not spicy. It just has a lot of flavor, and this whole jar is $2. So you could literally just do the pork in the salsa, put it in a tortilla of your choosing, and be done. But I'm also going to do a few other things because it's Saturday and I have the time and I want to spice it up a little bit for the family. I turn this on low for 4 hours. I've actually, when I normally do this, I just take a pork tenderloin out of the freezer that I have and throw it in the crock pot frozen. And I put it on low for 8 hours with 1 jar of this, and then when I come home from work, it's ready to go, and I just throw it in a tortilla and put whatever I want on it. So I'm gonna make a few things to put on top of the tacos right now. It's gonna take about 4 hours, a little bit less for the pork to be done. You can check it as you go. It can stew for quite some time in the salsa, or it can be done in as little as 2 hours. But in the meantime, I'm just going to have everything prepped and ready to go, so when the pork comes out of the crock pot, you can just shred it, put it on your tortillas, and have all of your fixings ready to go on top. So what I'm going to make is a yogurt sauce with some lime zest, lime juice, and garlic instead of sour cream that adds some more flavor but also uses some citrus to kind of pump it up a little bit. We also are just going to chop some fresh cilantro, cut up some avocado, put some lime juice over it so it stays fresh for a few hours. And also I'm going to pickle some red onions to go on top. So let's get started with that. So I'm just going to chop up, slice some red onion to pickle. So I'm slicing them pretty paper thin because I'm pickling them, and it's a kind of a quick pickle. They're not going to sit for very long, and I want to make sure that they're not so big and strong that they take over the flavor of the taco. So when I say paper thin, it's like this. So once you have about this much chopped, just throw it in a bowl. Red wine vinegar. Pour it over, enough to cover the onions so none of them are left out. And then a lot of people add sugar to pickle things. Instead of adding sugar, I'm going to use Trader Joe's balsamic glaze, which is basically reduced balsamic vinegar that's really sugary. So it does have sugar in it, but it's not like added granulated sugar. So I just put a little bit in. And then I also add some black pepper to take away from the bite of the vinegar. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this in the fridge for an hour or two. Since we're not eating for 4 hours or so, it can sit a little longer, but you really only need an hour or two to pickle them. So for the yogurt sauce, what I use is I just use an organic Greek whole milk yogurt. I get this one from Trader Joe's sometimes. There's a ton of different kinds. Stonefield is a really good brand I like too. And I just get one individual container because that's enough to go over the whole family's tacos. So that's a time saver there. And then I also do another time saver by just getting pre-minced garlic, so I don't have the mess of chopping fresh garlic. I like fresh garlic, and sometimes I'll roast it as well for the tacos, but when I'm in more of a hurry, I go for the pre-chopped garlic for the yogurt sauce, and that saves some time. So now we're going to do the yogurt. You can actually even just make the sauce in the yogurt container because it's its own bowl, so you don't have to waste the space. So what I'm gonna do is use a baby spoon for the garlic, and I'm just gonna put probably half a spoonful.
Your measurements are half a baby spoon?
Half a baby spoon of garlic, because you don't want to overpower it.
That makes sense.
Okay, and then mix that up a little bit. And then we're going to zest a lime and just scoop that in, because you're going to add lime juice too. So I'm just juicing a little bit of lime. Pour it in. Probably a couple teaspoons to make it a little bit more runny, because it's whole fat Greek yogurt. You can also add, if you want to make it a little bit spicy, I'm going to give this to my daughter, so I'm not going to add any chili pepper or anything, but you can add red pepper flake or cayenne or anything to spice it up a little bit, or even chipotle peppers. That would be really good and add some smoke to it. And then you also, I kind of just dumped all the lime juice in, but you can add it slowly at a time to make sure the texture's right. So this is the texture, how it is now. So it's a little bit gloopy. I might add a little bit more lime juice just to make it a little more crema-like. I will also slice up some avocado and put some lime on it to add to the flavor of the tacos. You can do it a little bit in advance, not too far in advance, because the avocado will brown. And then slice up some cilantro, including the stems, because there's a lot of flavor in the stems as well, and it adds to the texture of the taco. So I have two different types of tortillas. There's a variety of different tortillas you can get. My husband likes the flour tortillas, so I got organic flour tortillas for him, and for myself I actually picked up the Ezekiel sprouted grain tortillas, and I just use one and I cut it in half to make 2 tacos. So it's a little bit of a healthier choice. If I want to, I can splurge on the flour tortillas, but today I'm going to stick with the healthier ones. So you can get corn tortillas, whatever you want, or you can just make a taco salad with the pork and get a bunch of kale or spinach or whatever you feel like and throw it over the top, and it's still really, really good. It's a delicious meal. Thanks for watching, guys. How much time are you going to take to edit this?
Not long. I'm just going to cut them together.
Okay. Well, there's a fly, so.
If a fly gets in the shot, then we can reset.
I really like this meal. I've been making it for quite some time. It's super easy. It's super cheap. It's a recipe that I learned from doing Fit for Mom Body Back, actually, so it's definitely fit approved.
We'll take that out. Just gonna redo it. But you can't have a fly just like chilling on your pork in the shot. Disinfect that. We're clean people.
I don't have any disinfectant.